were very welcoming. They noted, Mr. Speaker, that we should not encourage arbitration matters when it comes to sexual offenses, that we should not make things look nice when they are not nice, Mr. Speaker, like becoming soft on saying that we should not have sex education, while we know well, Mr. Speaker, sex is very important. No one can run away from it. No one came from Mars. We all came out of this act when it is done properly, Mr. Speaker. There is some agostopia behaviors, Mr. Speaker, which need to stop. And when we address them out, for example, we tell our people, when there are people who look at you seated or they start talking ill of someone else's body, how it looks like, you start telling us, look at her, you have big breasts, as if you wanted her to leave the breasts at home. You have big body parts. Such things, Mr. Speaker, when we talk about it, it's not that it is an offense. Rather, those are things which happen, and we live with them. Let us, as Mama County from Kisii, I encourage our people to come up and speak about this issue of sexual offenses. We all accept it is a big challenge. Even government should be very intentional about protecting the lives of our young people. And in fact, these amendments, Mr. Speaker, they are sufficiently vital, as they will always safeguard everyone in our society in curbing sexual, child sexual abuses, because this has remained ugly and uncouth in the society. Mr. Speaker, while Kenya has made significant progress in strengthening its legal framework against sexual offenses, the persistence of these crimes in our society calls for renewed and deliberate action. For a robust law to achieve its purpose, the people need to fully understand its provisions, their rights, and the mechanisms available for protection and redress. This objective given to the Cabinet Secretary is simple yet weighty. It seeks to move beyond recreative enforcement and embrace proactive prevention through education. Honorable Speaker, by mandating structured and nationwide public awareness initiatives, this amendment will ensure that every Kenyan understands what constitutes a sexual offense under the law, the rights and protections available to victims, the legal consequences faced by offenders, and the procedures for reporting and accessing support services such as counseling. No one should ever feel embarrassed, Mr. Speaker, when reporting matters.
Oh, Mama, please proceed to wind up.
Honorable Speaker, it is important to note that whereas the bill mandates the Cabinet Secretary responsible for legal affairs, in consultation with the Cabinet Secretary responsible for education, to establish programs to safeguard, protect, and promote the right to education of victims sexual offenses, it is the Ministry of Education that is responsible for making and implementing policies on the right to education, including programs to protect and promote the right to education of victims of sexual offenses. Therefore, this proposal may be amended to excessively leave these functions to the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Education to be responsible. I hereby, Mr. Speaker, wish to beg to reply, but I request you don't put a question because I don't think if we have quorum, Mr. Speaker. I beg.
Thank you so much. The putting of the question on this bill will be, as requested, be made the next time. We have the capacity to do so. The next order.
Order number 9, the Teachers Service Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 27 of 2024, second reading.
Honorable Abdul Haro.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to move the TSC amendment, to move the TSC Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 27 of 2024, to be read a second time. And as I do that, Honorable Speaker, I'll give a context. Honorable Speaker, statistics indicate that there are more than 3,300 head of schools and deputy heads of schools in acting capacity. Honorable Speaker, other estimates by teacher unions indicate that up to about 99,000 teachers might be acting in various capacities. This is a significant backlog in acting position, which has created a leadership crisis in schools, making succession planning a big headache for stakeholders. Honorable Speaker, some of these acting administrators of schools have been made to act for a very long period, some for 2 years, some for more than 2 years, 3 years. And when these positions come up for substantive filling, advertisement is made, and sometimes somebody is recruited in that position as a substantive head teacher or a deputy head teacher, bypassing the person who has been acting for 2 to 3 years. And these administrators, during the period they act, they don't enjoy any acting allowance or any special duty allowance because of the way their contracts have been designed. Honorable Speaker, some of the acting administrators hold even more than 2 acting positions or one acting position. For example, somebody is given an acting position as a deputy head teacher in a certain school, and then after 1 year, he is taken to another school again to act as a principal, making that person become having 2 acting administrative positions. Honorable Speaker, these prolonged acting appointments without compensation erode motivation, it discourages retention, and weakens succession planning in schools and schools leadership. It is as a result of this that this bill seeks to formalize and entrench fairness in acting appointments to be made in a structured manner, and streamline allowances that go with it. Honorable Speaker, the bill defines the period of acting to be between 1 month to 6 months, after which the acting administrator, after which the position could be filled substantially.